up, fellas? I was JV, man. Alright, look. I'm getting a lot of content out today, fam. I got a bit of free time on my hands. I basically make these videos and help you out when I'm doing fucking jack shit, okay? But that's what we do, okay? We do not have true free time as a man, okay? I do not want to see you cunts watching Netflix, okay? I literally say it at least once a video, okay? If you spend a fucking second watching Netflix, okay, you can be doing something positive. That's going to actively contribute to life, okay? But aside from that, okay, for today's video, as you can see from the title, okay, how to stand up to bullies, fam. Okay, now we've all been there. Okay, now in case there's some younger dudes that end up watching, even maybe older people, bro, but especially the younger crew. Okay, there's going to be times when you're going to need to, stand back and assess: is it worth me engaging in a physical sense or a verbal sense? Okay, it's probably the first thing you need to do. Okay, now I'm not going to stand here and advocate for you, dudes to stand there and fucking get expelled from your school, okay? But there comes a time when your pride is either gonna get really swallowed and you're gonna have to push your principles aside. If you're watching these videos, okay, I assume your principles would be to stand up for yourself. Or you're gonna stand up for those principles, and there's probably gonna be some sort of consequence behind that, okay? But in the end, that is up to you, okay? I'm not going to stand here and fucking make the decision for you, okay? I can only give you the information you need, bro. So, here's what I would do, and here is what I do, and here is what I did do. If I'm with my boys, and I don't know, even just extreme banter, right? If I'm with my boys and I feel that, the punching bag term, right? If I'm with my boys and I feel like I've been the punching bag for a solid minute and a half, okay, you're gonna need to hit back with some hostility, okay? Because the biggest thing that will happen as a man in a friend groups is that pattern of recognition, okay? And not a lot of people really quite get what that means, okay? But I think every young man needs to understand it, okay? Or they're going to end up going through it, okay? And it's going to put them through some pretty tough times, okay? Because as soon as you're the quote-unquote punching bag, it's going to be extremely difficult to remove that label unless you get extremely more of a physical presence compared to them, okay? And that's where gym and even fighting can, boost your confidence, morale, and make you more of a physical presence, okay? But anyway, but with that, even people with a physical presence can become the punch bag purely because of, how the social dynamics play out, okay? If there's sheep mentality of the group. But, like I say, you're going to want to present some level of hostility to the situation, okay? Because you need to make it clear that you are not willing to play that role in that particular social setting, okay? You see what I'm saying? Because once you identified that, like I've already said a couple times now, it's going to be incredibly hard to remove. So, and the way I would present that hostility, okay? So if someone said the same fucking joke 10 times in like 10 different ways, okay? And it's actually pretty offensive, I'll be like, shut the fuck up, man. Okay? I'll be like, bro, shut the fuck up. And if they start laughing, I'll be like, why the fuck you laughing? I'm telling you to shut the fuck up. So just, relax, fam. You don't want to see this escalate, okay? You literally just say that, fam. Now, there's going to be those tough guys that are going to try and actually escalate the situation, okay? And that's where you have, and that's where the thing that I said at the start comes in, right? You're either going to be swallowing your pride and saying, I did say, how would it actually play out though? You're going to be swallowing your pride, removing your principles aside and being like, and then he'd be like, oh, well, what are you going to do about it? And I'd be like, well, come here and I'll show you. And then when he comes over here, you're going to be basically talking to him the whole time, and it's going to be a little bit cringe, right? So that's what I mean, swallowing your pride, because however, I wouldn't recommend it, because like, even then, they're probably going to still do the same action unless you make them actually pay for what they're doing, okay? You're really better off just getting a fucking kick in the ass with the consequence once, and never getting put in that situation again. Seriously, that's what I would do. So I tell him, and he comes over, okay? And instead of trying to stop the situation verbally, I would honestly just get into it, bro. Just put him on the ground and say, so are you going to stop with him? And if he says no, you dig him in hard, and you dig him in hard, and you dig him in harder, okay? It's pretty simple, man. You see what I'm saying? Because in the end, as men, there is this innate belief that those with more of a physical presence is going to stand a greater chance to have more social control, okay? I mean, that's just how it is, right? From the first time of survival, okay, with cavemen and shit like that, that's how it's always been, okay? And that's how it's always been, okay? That doesn't mean you have to be the fucking strongest. That doesn't mean you have to be the tallest, okay? But what it does mean, okay, there's a caveat to what I'm kind of saying here, but what it does mean is that you need to be the one who is willing to stand up for themselves the most and back it up, which often means you're either going to be the tallest with some muscle, because you can be really tall, but if you're a fucking stick and you ain't got no muscle, it's not going to mean really jack shit, man. Okay, let's just be real here. Or if you have fucking zero fighting experience. Or you could be average height with some, good amount of muscle and decent fighting experience, and you'll be fine. Or if you're like super short, I'm talking like 5'8" and below, bro. 5'9" and below. Even if you're 5'10", that is actually the average height, to be fair. If you're 5'9" and below, then you're going to be wanting to have a good amount of muscle and be a pretty decent fighter if you're to, say, bro, shut the fuck up to some like 6'7" guy that's got like a decent amount of muscle, bro. I mean, let's just keep it a buck, bro. Because, the weight classes, right? They have a weight class for a reason, okay? But the only reason why I'm telling you this, okay, I do not want you guys tomorrow to go to fucking school and start beating people up, okay? I'm telling you this for your own benefit, okay? When and if and when people make your life miserable, okay? This is not just if some guy comes up to you and says, oh, your hair looks shit today, bro. It's not because of that, okay? It's repeated behavior that can cause the pattern of recognition to occur, okay? Because if you're that punching bag in a group, okay, it's not only going to mean that they're really not going to like you as a friend. You're probably not going to get invited out to wherever the fuck they go, okay? Bitches ain't going to like you, okay? So if you're one of those dudes that is obsessed with chasing cat, which I hope you aren't, because get the fuck off my channel if you are, because that's not what we're about here. But if you fucking are and you're still here, then it's not going to help that. But please get off my channel in all seriousness if you're obsessed with it. It's okay if you like it, but not obsessed with chasing it, okay? And fourth would be, it's not going to create a great precedence for your social reputation in general, okay? Because nobody wants to hang around the guy that's like, he's not seen as much of a leader. That's just keeping it a buck, bro. Right? Who the fuck would want to be around some guy that no one truly respects that is meant to be a man? Okay? So that's what I would do if I was you guys, alright? So, stay measured when you do it, okay? But yeah, stay breezy, fellas, come on.